Prince George, Charlotte and Louis have titles but Archie doesn't. Expert explains why. Royal titles and who gets them is a tricky topic deeply rooted in history. In the wake of Meghan Markle's explosive interview with Oprah Winfrey, a constitutional expert has explained why Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis have titles but Archie Harrison doesn't. Meghan Markle, 39, raised the topic of her son Archie Harrison's lack of royal title during her bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey, which aired in the UK on ITV on Monday. The Duchess seemed to hint her son had been treated unfairly compared to his royal cousins, Prince George, 7, Princess Charlotte, 5, and Prince Louis, 2. Speaking about how she felt unsupported by the palace while pregnant with Archie, Meghan told Oprah, separate from that, and what was happening behind closed doors was, we knew I was pregnant. We now know it's Archie, and it was a boy. We didn't know any of that at the time. We can just talk about it as Archie now. And that was when they were saying they didn't want him to be a prince or a princess, not knowing what the gender would be, which would be different from protocol, and that he wasn't going to receive security. Meghan said she feared for Archie not being a prince as it would mean he wouldn't have his security paid for by the palace. The Duchess added, "How does that work? It's like, no, no, no. Look, because if he's not going to be a prince, it's like, okay, well, he needs to be safe, so we're not saying don't make him a prince or a princess, whatever it's going to be. But if you're saying the title is what's going to affect their protection, we haven't created this monster machine around us in terms of clickbait and tabloid fodder. You've allowed that to happen, which means our son needs to be safe." Meghan went on to mention a George V convention she claimed the palace plans to change to keep Archie from having a title. The Duchess said, "But the idea of our son not being safe, and also the idea of the first member of color in this family not being titled in the same way that other grandchildren would be." She added, the other piece of that conversation is, there's a convention, I forget if it was George V or George VI convention, that when you're the grandchild of the monarch, so when Harry's dad becomes king, automatically Archie and our next baby would become prince or princess, or whatever they were going to be. A constitutional expert has flagged that while Archie will one day be a prince he would never have been automatically entitled to a royal style at birth. The law was updated ahead of the birth of Prince William and Kate, Duchess of Cambridge's first child, as they would be heir to the throne and a future king or queen of the UK. Prince George, Charlotte and Louis all have royal titles because of their prominent positions in the line of succession. Constitutional expert Ian McMurthan told Express.co.uk, setting all other considerations or concerns aside, the matter of who enjoys the style HRH in the title princess and prince is clear-cut and determined by letters patent issued by George V in 1917. According to Mr. McMurthan, it is the sovereign's grandchildren but not their great-grandchildren who automatically receive a title. Archie Harrison, 1, is the Queen and Prince Philip's 9th great-grandchild and not an immediate heir to the throne, which is why he was not born with an HRH style. Mr. McMurthan added, under the terms of these letters patent, any children of the Duke of Sussex, as great-grandchildren of the sovereign, would not automatically enjoy either style or title as they fall out with the established criteria. However, Mr. McMurthan did flag that when Prince Charles becomes king, Archie will automatically become a prince. He said, upon the Prince of Wales succeeding to the throne, unless these letters patent are amended, then said children will automatically be able to assume both the style and title.